Hi, Diddly Ho, Neighborinos.
Hi, you guys. Erin and Aretha here. We wanted to hop on here really quick and just kind of give you guys a more, I guess, serious. I hate to use that word because I don't want it to detour you guys, but just kind of a real sit-down chat.
It's not even so much as serious; it's just real. You know, like
just real life going into 2026, because I'm sensing this kind of deep-gutted concern, I guess, for just the lack of self-care going on, not only in the creator community,
just going like overboard, like full steam, like not taking time.
And this doesn't have anything to do, I don't know anything about, you know, obviously Adam the Woo passing away has been very heavy. But I have no idea why Adam the Woo passed away. We had never met him. It has been a very tragic and heartbreaking experience for many people, him passing away. But what I'm feeling is, I'm feeling like there is a disconnect between what is required. This is not just the creator community. This is life in general. This is, you know, for those of you who might be our, you know, religious buffs or whatever, you can look back at, you can look back years and years and years, manuscripts that were taken out of the Bible that were so important to the health of human beings. Mary Magdalene talked about how important it is to listen to your intuition. You know, so there's so much to say that I can't even say it all. What I want to say is that there has got to be a deeper connection between souls, not just you know, go and work. Never slow down to actually comprehend what you're even actually doing, what your focus is, what your goal is, what your intentions are.
It's like you respect the hustle, you know, go out and do what you gotta do.
But you also respect the downtime.
Because, I mean, sometimes that means going hard for several months if you have to, you know, you have a goal. But, you know, make sure you reel it in when needed. I personally, you know, I had an experience when I was 4 years old that has worked in my favor. I died in a head-on collision. They brought me back to life 3 times. And the spiritual experience I had during that time has really helped me throughout my entire life. And it breaks my heart to see people so heavy after the drive, which I respect and appreciate because I'm the same way. And I can go for weeks, like as you guys have witnessed, I have been away from home for weeks at a time, just pushing. I got to go for this channel, and I've got to get the coverage. I've got to work. I've got to edit. I've got to, you know, there's so much behind it. But life happens in an instant. We are also very, we take time off. We step away.
As
often as we need to.
As often as we need to, yes. Disappear. I will disappear.
Life happens, and to that end, it's a lot of credit to the people that literally can post and edit and upload every day or every couple days.
And make the grind happen. But I just worry. I worry.
And keep it entertaining.
And
you know,
keep it entertaining. Yeah.
Sure, you could post something every day, but doesn't mean. So I mean, there's some credit out there.
But this is beyond the creator realm.
Right.
This is beyond the creator realm. I just have. So I want to say also, I give mad props to these kids, to the kids in today's society, because you know what? There was never a time in our childhood, in our teen years, even into our early 20s, that we had to worry even for a moment about what was going on some global scale where people had access to us and, you know, could infringe on our privacy and just all of these I'm sorry, pardon my French, these fucking crazy ass things that go on now that can be beautiful, that can be wonderful, that can be exciting, that can be educational, but also can just grind people down.
You know, definitely meant for good, meant to be used the right way, but just like
there's shitty people that just
anything can be used.
I'll give you guys an example of something that just when we were early on in our, you know, before we were monetized on YouTube and before we even kind of were taking it seriously, I was subscribed to this YouTube channel that I thought I loved. And I was listening to one of the episodes. I believe they actually kind of presented it as more of a podcast. But anyways, I'm not joking with you. Within 5 minutes of the vlog, of the podcast, the lady in this, who ran this YouTube channel, I think it's her and her husband, just started bagging on one of our favorite creators' wives, who is also a creator. I mean, everything you could think of, bagging her for not having makeup on. I don't have makeup on, you know, bagging her for having a nanny, bagging her for, you know, filming with her hair in a bun. You know what? I don't have time for people like that. Like, go kick rocks.
Bagging on her for succeeding, basically.
Bagging on her for succeeding. Jealous ass.
And, right, you know. Like,
I can't. And that's when, you know, when I get to that point, because I am not one of those people. I'm not one of those. I'm sorry. I'm just not. I'm not going to not be me. And I'm not one of those creators who's just going to sit by and be like, oh, you know, I'm going to take the higher. No, I'm sorry. If you did something shitty, I'm going to call you out on it. And that's my personality. And that's just. Yeah,
there's not, there's no sugarcoating.
There's no sugarcoating it.
There's a sweetness, but there's no sugarcoating.
You mean with me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm not perfect. I'm going to apologize when I owe an apology. But I'm sure as hell not going to stand by. And I've been taught that from the day I was born. So it is so deeply ingrained in who I am. Like, I don't put up with bullying. The times I have been in physical fights in my life is because I was protecting someone from a bully. Always have, always will. I do not have time, space, energy for that kind of thing. People, you know, we reel it in when we need to, as a couple, as parents, as now great auntie and uncle who have this little tiny thing that depends on us. We reel it in. And at that point, when we're reeling it in and we have something to take care of between us as a couple, you best believe that I do not give two about what anybody else thinks about us having to reel it in. So that is a forewarning. If we have something to resolve in our relationship, or we have something we need to focus on, that's it. That's where my focus is. My focus is my relationship, my marriage, my kids, my now grandkids. And I'm a beast when it comes to that kind of thing. I am. I don't have time for it. Like, we've had people that we've gone on trips with literally take personally, like narcissists who take personally the fact that we need to work through something in our relationship. What I'm doing a lot of times, most of the time, 99.99% of the time, has nothing to do with anybody else but me just staying in my lane, trying to figure out how the hell to even live, because we're all just trying to figure it out. I love traveling with people. I love people. But there's never going to be a day in my life, and I'm sorry if this makes us, you know, if this makes you want to unsubscribe from us, but there is never going to be a day in my life that I put anything in front of the importance of our marriage succeeding, my kids being happy and healthy, and my now grandchildren, my grandnephew, because I've raised my nephew. I love him like my own son. And so this little baby boy is like, he's my heart. I don't know why we wanted to hop on. I don't know why I wanted to hop on here and do this, but I just feel like people can get so carried away get caught up that, you know, it can turn into health issues. It can, it can turn, we're almost 50 years old. So stress is the #1 killer in this country. And that's why I try to get out of this country as often as possible, because I'm like, peace out. Y'all don't know what, a siesta in the afternoon is. And I guess a lot of this too comes from the stress of 2025. It's been like a raging fire, like a furnace in this country, and it's just not stopping. And I don't typically bring up political things, but at this point it's not even political. It's literally just humane issues. And I don't know that I can say with confidence that I feel like this man has any good intentions. And the reason I'm saying this, the reason I'm concerned right now is because a Christmas Eve tweet or whatever the hell he does, at the end of it, it said, enjoy what may be your last Merry Christmas. Who says something like that?
Well, what president? You know what I mean?
But that would be like, could you imagine even your worst enemy, like purposely on Christmas Eve, calling them and being like, enjoy what may be your last Merry. I mean, that is
that I can fathom. I mean, I wouldn't do it, but I could see somebody doing it.
But you picture them as a villain.
Oh God! The stuff that comes out of his mouth hurts my.
It's a painful time in life, and so I just I just want everybody to please remember. Please remember to stay well, and please remember to take time for yourself and to take time for your family and to reel it in. That's really, that's really all I can say is reel it in. There is never a bad time to slow down. And the turtle wins the race.
Yertle.
The Yertle.
And E.T. said it best. He said, be good.
Also take it good. And I'm so sorry, this is I don't really mean it for it to be like a downer of a talk. I'm genuinely concerned about the well-being of our young people, of our, I don't know.
Not just young people. I mean,
I know.
Are we middle-aged? Is that what we are?
Yeah, we are halfway through our lives. We're over. If we're lucky enough to make it to 100, we're halfway. But more than likely, we're over halfway. I mean, I would love to live to be 100. My great-grandmother lived to be 100, and at 92 years old was still walking to the store. Someone tried to rob her, and she beat them with her purse. So I would like to imagine that I'm going to be my great-grandmother.
My grandma passed away 5 days for 100.
Oh, mine passed away like 5 days after. It was her goal to live to be 100.
Today is my dad's birthday.
Today is Pop's birthday. He's 82. We're going to go visit him.
He's not.
No?
84?
Oh my gosh! Years go by so fast.
Maybe 85. Damn.
Oh my gosh. And this man is still just on it. He's just on it. Okay. It's been a long year. It's really been a long week. Everything that happened with Adam the Woo just like sent me back to everything I was dealing with in March when I lost my mom. So grief is like that. You can't really put your finger on it, but anything can kind of just woo. And I'm just sitting here like, everything is so fragile. Everything in life is so fragile. Life is so fragile. And I just, this old woman here would like to just say, please, just remember who we are as a human race and who we are as a country and, who we are as human beings. Please slow down. Take the time you need.
Make
the time you need. I get it. Finances, but don't forget to slow down. And that's my TED Talk for the day. All right, you guys. We'll see you. Oh, thank you, babe. I don't know. It was just so heavy on me. I was like, we need to just post this. Please get your kids outside. That's the other thing I want to say. You know, don't let them just sit on a screen. Go make a mud pie with your kids. Let them take a stick and cut the mud pie. You know what I mean? All right. On that note, we are headed out, and we'll see you guys tomorrow for a fun little adventure that will not have such a heavy subject on it. But you know what? Heavy subjects are real subjects, and they need to be addressed. And
speaking of heavy subjects, I've never made a mud pie.
oh, well, I guess
Played in plenty of mud, plenty of dirt, different things. I don't think I ever made myself a mud pie.
Oh, poor Boo Boo. I'll give, if there are any parents watching this that have little ones that want something fun to do. This was something I loved to do with my kids, and one of my best friend's moms introduced it to me when I was like 7 and went camping with them, beach camping. So at the beach, you dig a hole in the sand. On your campfire on the beach, you heat up crayons. You know, let the kids dump the crayons in the pot. Watch all the crayons melt. You can do different colors. You can just do one big color. And then you take a stick and you tie a wick around the center of the stick. You put it across the little hole that they've dug, whatever shape they've dug it in. And then you pour the wax into make sure that at the bottom, there's a little bit of a wind of the wick so that you can get it out easily at the other end. Or no, it would be at the top. Never mind. So you pour the wax into the sand hole and you let it cool, and then they dig out their candle, and they have this little candle with a wick that they get to burn, and it has sand, and it's kind of fun. Little project. I'm full of them.
Never done that either.
I mean, okay, that's what happens when you've been a mom for over 20 years.
Craft time.
Craft time. All right. All our love, please, please adhere to my warning. All right. Love you guys. Bye.
Peace.
Peace.